We like to think it will never happen, but the threat of nuclear attack is a dark cloud hanging over humanity. We have to be realistic. Knowledge is power. Understanding what to do in a nuclear event could be the difference between life and death. We need to be prepared. We need to be informed. We need to survive. This isn't about panicking, it's about being prepared. Just like I pack for every expedition, you need a plan for this scenario. This isn't a time for fear, it's a time for action. Let's face this head-on and equip ourselves with the knowledge to survive. A well-stocked survival kit is your lifeline after a nuclear blast. This isn't a casual camping trip, it's about surviving a catastrophic event. Essential items include enough water and non-perishable food for at least 3 days. Think canned goods, energy bars and dried foods, things that will last. Don't forget a first aid kit with essential medications, a hand crank radio for emergency broadcasts, and a whistle to signal for help. Remember, batteries die. A hand crank radio keeps you informed. Information is crucial in a disaster. The most important thing during a nuclear attack is finding immediate shelter. The ideal shelter is underground and built for this purpose. However, in a pinch, find the most central location in your home, preferably below ground level. Basements are ideal. Reinforce this space with anything you can find. Heavy furniture, sandbags, even books. The denser the material, the better the protection from radiation. Remember, your goal is to create a barrier between you and the outside world. If you see a flash of light, even at a distance, immediately drop to the ground and take cover. The initial blast wave is incredibly destructive and travels faster than the speed of sound. Don't look at the light. Cover your head and neck with your arms. If you're close enough to the blast, flying debris is a serious threat. Stay sheltered for at least 48 hours if possible. This initial period is when radiation levels are at their highest. Section 5. Decontamination. Removing the invisible danger. After the blast, you need to remove radioactive particles from your body and clothing. This is vital to minimize long-term exposure. Remove your outer layer of clothing carefully, as this will be contaminated. Seal these clothes in a plastic bag and store them away from your living area. Wash off any exposed skin with soap and water as soon as possible. Don't forget about your hair. Wash it thoroughly to remove any radioactive dust. Section 6. Food and water. Staying safe after the blast. After a nuclear attack, finding safe food and water is paramount. Your pre-packed supplies are your lifeline. Bottled water is the safest option. If you must use tap water, let it run for a few minutes to clear any contaminants. Avoid eating food that was exposed to the blast. Canned goods stored in your shelter are generally safe. Remember, even after the blast, radiation can contaminate food and water sources. Section 7. Medical care. Treating radiation exposure. Radiation sickness is a serious threat after a nuclear attack. Symptoms can include nausea, vomiting, and fatigue. Having a well-stocked first aid kit is essential. Potassium iodide tablets can help protect your thyroid gland from radiation damage. However, it's crucial to take these tablets only when instructed by authorities. Improper use can be harmful. Listen to emergency broadcasts for guidance on medical care. Section 8. The long road ahead. Life after the bomb. Surviving the initial blast is only the first step. The aftermath of a nuclear attack presents long-term challenges. Radiation levels will gradually decrease, but it takes time. Stay sheltered for as long as possible, following official guidance. Monitor yourself for any signs of radiation sickness. The long-term effects of radiation exposure can be severe, so early detection is crucial. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Section 9. Community strength in numbers. In the aftermath of a nuclear attack, community support will be paramount. Help your neighbors, share resources, and work together to rebuild. The human spirit is resilient. By coming together, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. Remember, there is strength in unity. Lean on each other for support, both practical and emotional. Section 10. Conclusion, hope and resilience. A nuclear attack is a terrifying thought, but by preparing ourselves with knowledge and resources, we can greatly increase our chances of survival. Building a survival kit, identifying a safe shelter and understanding the dangers of radiation are crucial steps. Remember, the human spirit is incredibly resilient. By working together and supporting each other, we can overcome even the darkest of times. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay strong.